sorry. Okay.
It's always something, huh?
It's always something. You gonna start the show?
Oh my goodness. It is always something. Let me just grab it again. Everything just went.
Go ahead.
Welcome one and all to our new Hot Tea with Pleasure episode 17. Just making sure I have
At
everything,
this
the
point, we're
memory.
ghetto. We're at this point we're like ghettofied. I think we've reached ghetto status. This
Oh
is
my
just
Hillary. You're
ridiculous.
not getting
Oh well, you know what?
everything was good, everything was up, but then
it's a
everything
good
just
journey
went.
that they're having with us, where we're learning the whole technical side of podcasting, and so they will be
Mm,
growing with us as we continue this, and hopefully, be back in a more organized form. I'm hoping within the next week or two. But anyways, go on.
yes. Good evening from me. I'm Teresa from Barbados, and joining me is Hillary from Ontario, Canada.
Uh huh.
Our topic tonight is it's a Bajan thing. And what I'm whining about, yes, first off, what I'm whining about, we have this little segment, we do a little skit first. So, what I'm whining about, besides it is hot here in Barbados, we had some showers, which was good. But believe it or not, the north had rain today. The south didn't have any rain. The east didn't have any rain. But in the north, it poured this morning. Moving on, what I'm whining about. I am hearing this buzz about a Bajan-born restaurant. Bajan-born restaurant that may be looking to franchise outside of Barbados
Is that
in the
Shafat?
more in
Because
the near
that's the only
distant
one I know.
future.
I'm
So
not
the
supposed to call
only
the
thing
name.
I
Oh, I'm
want
sorry.
to know, right? There have been some suggestions from persons
Hmm.
of where the first location should
Toronto,
be,
Ontario.
and I wonder, Hillary, where this first location should be.
Toronto,
I know many people
Ontario.
around the world
Basic.
will be applauding this idea, especially Hillary. However, I am
I
anxious to hear the location and the date that they're looking to set up.
I think
That
be
is what I'm wanting.
listen. I think besides Brooklyn, I think Toronto has the most Bajans, so I think it should be. Are you okay? You sweating?
I'm good. I'm good.
Lord, girl, you all right?
I'm good. I thought it was hot. I was
Okay.
in the north
Yeah.
most of the
So.
time today, and it was nice and breezy. But the
Oh, okay.
south,
Yeah.
oh
I
gosh,
think.
it's
I think.
roasting
What do
different.
you call it? Toronto or Montreal or even Boston, or Brooklyn.
People are saying,
Anywhere else is not right. Like those are the only four places that they should have it. I hear you. I hear you. UK. I get it. But whatever. Y'all got enough
you,
problems over there. They got too much problems going on in the UK. Y'all need to sit down for a minute. So
Jeremy.
Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Brooklyn. That's it. No others need to
Mm,
apply.
okay, so what's your whining piece for us tonight, Hillary? Let us
Me, I'm
know.
whining because I thought the whole week, like Thursday was Friday and Friday was Saturday.
Oh gosh.
I went to yoga on Monday, and
Mm-hmm.
let me explain something to you, right? I've been doing different various exercises because I used to be like 418 pounds. And so I'm doing a lot of different exercises and everything like that. Yoga, brah.
It's not as easy as you think, huh?
No, oh my God. It looks like so simplistic, the moves, but it's so intentional that my whole body aches. I feel muscles in areas that I didn't even know muscle existed. Okay. And then of course I had a really bad hard time. I had a family death this week, and that kind of like added to my stress level. But at the end of the day, I always say that things are what it's supposed to be, and all that. But I'm whining. I'm whining about just this week was a little hard, but you know what? I'm blessed to be breathing, so I am happy to be present. So there we go. No more whining.
And
I'll just drink
makes
this instead.
stronger.
Cheers.
What kind of wine do you have?
This is Bodacious. This is the best
Mm,
wine ever in Ontario. Don't tell them because then they will up the price.
I think they're watching our show.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But anyways,
Okay.
moving on. Moving on.
Okay. One more month to cross before our live at Folsom Park at St. James in Barbados.
Yes.
People, save the date, July 28th, 2023,
Hmm.
starting at 10 a.m. to
Hmm.
noon.
Come on by and be a part of our
So come
audience
and
so we
join.
can ask some questions to you and embarrass you on live internet.
No, Hillary.
I'm joking.
Okay. There, we will be joined by some of our entrepreneurs. Gordon Bovell, the fish cake guy. You can
Hmm.
find him at Folsom Park daily from 11.
Hmm.
So you can go on over and try his fish cakes and his famous dip, Phantom Ink and Barbershop. You're gonna have him. He's doing some exciting work here in Barbados. If you need your tax, if you need a new tax, if you need a tax cover up, if you need your haircut, you need that grooming, you can head on over to Phantom Ink and Barbershop on White Hill Main Road. Sorry, that's in
Hmm.
St. Michael.
Hmm.
Ashlar Design, she will also be there with her crafted signature handbag. She has some handbags with the broken trident in it. So
Hmm.
she's also promoting Barbados in her art. And we have Cat
Rudy
Straddle
said you got a tan, but
Vodka.
okay.
Listen, hi
Yeah.
Rudy. And we also welcome Cat Straddle Vodka, 100% sweet potato vodka.
And we also got to mention, like, we have certain co-hosts as well. And let's just talk about Dario. Dario has a transportation service here in Ontario, Canada. So let's talk about that as well. And then we have Rudy. Rudy has a vacation home that is for rental, I'm pretty sure. So these are all small business people, small business
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
entrepreneurs, and that's what our advocacy is around as well. We also talk about human trafficking and domestic violence, and we have the Barbados Women's Shelter is on board. What is the name? What is the contact for that? Because we've contacted them and they're okay with the donation, so that we're going to start advertising and promoting,
Mm-hmm.
supporting
You
that
can
particular shelter.
ask Nicolette to drop the name inside the chat.
Yeah, Nicolette, can you drop the name inside the chat of the podcast so that we can get
Yeah.
everybody on board as to who we will be supporting, trying to get donations. So what we've asked is we've asked each vendor that's coming on the show for that particular morning for them to donate $1 from every item sold to that shelter
For the day on that
for
day.
that day. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that they can we can give back to that particular shelter. Domestic violence is something that affects everyone. It's not only the individuals that it affects, but it affects the community around it. And during the pandemic, we saw the heightening of domestic violence happening. Domestic violence doesn't only look like male, female. It looks like male, female, everything else. You got something going on in the background, girl.
Huh? Come on.
And yeah. And we just want to talk around a lot around that. And then when it comes to human trafficking, we don't talk enough about human trafficking. Let's get a little bit uncomfortable right now and talk about slavery and how slavery started out with the economical transfer of blacks from Africa to the quote unquote new world, and how that resonated into a lot of racial issue and different tensions, capitalism, etc. But now we have something that we're dealing with where we have young girls from the early ages of 8 years old being taken and trafficked. There's human parts are being trafficked in Tanzania. The people that are albino, their parts being taken. And it just goes beyond. It's wider than we think. And I think there's a lot of advocacy needs to be behind both particular areas. It's the BPW Crisis and Shelter in Barbados, West Indies. And if you want to support that cause, you can go ahead and write to them. B as in Bob, P as in Peter, W as in Wilma, Crisis and Shelter. That is the organization that we will be donating our funds to, and we hope that you support them as well. Domestic violence and human trafficking. Teresa.
Okay. I think Nicolette was saying something to us in the chat.
Yeah, that's what she was talking about. She was talking about the shelters, the shelter.
Okay. Okay. On with the show.
Where's your glasses? Where's your glasses? You're squinted.
No, this to my face. Also, we'll be sampling. We will be sampling and promoting a Bajan confectionery. Oh, I'll take my phone all over the place. Sorry about that.
Are you okay?
We'll be sampling and promoting a Bajan confectionery by an uprising entrepreneur. That family business is doing remarkably well. It's called Welch's Bakery. They specialize in sugar cakes, tambourine balls, guava cheese.
Do you know what? You got to explain what tambourine boils are. Hold on. You got to explain what all that stuff is, because not everyone is Bajan or Caribbean.
Well, tambourine balls, it's tambourine, if you know tambourines.
It's a fruit. It's a fruit. It's a very bitter fruit, right? It's sour.
Be careful. There's what we call river tambourines, and there's tambourine. River tambourines is the wild thing. That grow something that looks like a tambourine, but it's flat with a seed inside, somewhat like a tiny shack.
Okay.
But the tambourine, it's kind of a smooth, fleshy, tangy, sour, sweet.
It's a very bitter fruit,
it's
right?
A shell.
With a shell.
The outside of it is brown with a shell, and inside is brown and kind of sticky.
Yeah.
And
also too, like they normally sell it with, here in Canada, we will get it with the samosas. If you buy a samosa, the East Asian community have it more in a pastry feel, like you can dip it in, like a dip. It's really good. You put it on your samosa, and it's sweeter. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're having. They will be sending samples to us so that we can share with any passerby, any guest that comes around. I know Hillary and some of the others from that will be enjoying such. What's going on?
Rudy says, also, my girl got me hypnotized right now. She looks so different, and her mic is working too.
Oh my goodness. Rudy's gonna get me in trouble, you know. Anyone visiting the
That's
island?
Funny.
Anyone visiting the island, they can order their bulk confectionery for them to travel home with, and also always have that taste of them with you. Now, a lot of us might not know what we go back. Head on over to our entrepreneurs and Instagram page, like and follow. We know you will find some more amazing products and services to enhance your life this crop over season and beyond. Head on over to those links. It is Cat Sparrow Vodka for your sweet potato vodka, Ashlar Designs for your crafted signature handbags, Phantom Ink and Barbershop for your inks and haircuts, Gordon's Fish Cake, the Fish Cake guy at Folkestone, open daily from 11 until you say when. No, that is out of the way. We welcome you to BIM soon, Hillary. Oh,
yes. I'm excited.
Good night from our social marketer who's behind the scenes making us look good.
We have a question, Teresa. Do they still have gooseberry trees in Barbados? Because I haven't seen any lately. I would say yes, they do, Rudy, because my family has gooseberry trees. You can go ask my aunt, Rudy, if you want gooseberries. Because we'll
give you
a lot of
address,
trees.
Telephone number off here, Rudy, so you can get your gooseberry trees. And they do make gooseberry jam as well.
I'm so excited about Barbados. You understand, I haven't been back to Barbados in 18 years. So I'm really, 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 I'm really excited. I'm so happy. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. I just need to sleep, though. I need to sleep a little bit. Me and Nicolette got some Nicola got Nicola got sleep plans. I got sleep plans for the last day. The last day was where I'm going to sleep. Yeah, but
Okay.
anyways, keep going.
Without any further ado, we are gonna give you our disclaimer. Our
Mm-hmm.
disclaimer tonight is all the information we present to you is about beautiful Barbados, the culture, the sayings we heard uttering from our forefathers. Our viewers feel free to drop in the chat your favorite Bajan saying and give us the meaning, but remember to keep it clean.
Yes,
Rudy,
don't. Les Rudy, you
don't
hear that? Keep it clean.
good.
uh,
And
you sure they are
first,
going to let you in after 18 years? Listen, let me explain something
of
to
course,
you. Rudy, when you cut me and I bleed blue and green, blue and yellow. Thank you very
blue
much.
and green,
Shush.
blue and gold.
Blue and gold, okay? All right, all day, every day. I am Bajan 100%.
Don't take
Um,
Rudy on. How long ago had Rudy left Barbados?
1985.
Here comes your friend. Here comes your friend
Oh, I
behind
see her
you,
in the background. It's okay. She was
behind
having a
you.
hard week this week. Why do you
Okay.
both picking on me? Oh, you feel picked on, Rudy? Oh, poor thing. You don't have Victor to help you out today. That's why he feels picked on. Let's continue. Go on, Teresa, about Barbados. Let's do some
Okay,
Barbados swing.
we're gonna we're gonna start some of our Barbados sayings or Bajan sayings, as they say. Someone had asked a question about BEM. Why do we call it BEM? Is it BEM the drink? Yes, we did have BEM. Someone in my WhatsApp chat. Yes, we did have a
Oh,
drink
Victor's
called
there. Oh
BEM.
God.
Yes, we did
Petra's
have
here. Hi, Petra.
can I
Petra.
all, but the word BEM is a word that was commonly used by the slaves,
Yeah.
and it derives from the term BEM as in BEM from BE
Hmm.
and then one word and then MU. So that means my home or my kindred, that type of stuff. So that's what the
And
meaning of BEM.
yeah, another thing too is that that's when you know a person is really Bayesian as to
The
knowing
slang that
that.
they
Yeah, because if you go, you're in an area, you hear a person with a Bayesian accent, and by the way, it's really hard to impersonate a Barbadian accent. People can't really impersonate it. I've heard so many movies, and they'll be like, "Oh, the person's from Barbados." I'm like, "That is not a Bayesian accent." They cannot impersonate Barbadian accents. It's one of the hardest, most difficult accents to impersonate. And so we have a Q, and that Q is Bayesian. When a person say Bayesian, you know they're really from Barbados, so they've been there for a very long time. So yeah, keep going.
yes. So our first saying is, oh, can you the audience do
He said it's
Petra?
Bimshire instead
Yeah,
of
BIM. We
Bim.
call it BIM
We
as
say
well.
Bimshire, but we also say Bim as well. Somebody made up Bim and it's stuck. Victor, my brother, got good night. Okay, whatever. It's Bim or
Okay.
Bimshire. Either way, we know that that's a true Bayesian. Okay, go on, Teresa.
Mhm. Okay. Remind the others as Victor now came. You can let Victor know that any Bajan sayings he can drop in the chat
Yep.
along with the meaning.
Yep. And
And
we
keep
will
it clean.
and we will
Keep
translate
it
it
clean.
into standard English so that people that are not Bayesian can understand.
Okay, Barbados is a thriving and robust society filled with vibrant culture that has flourished throughout the history
Hmm.
of the island, from the way we speak, the food we eat, and the ways in which we express ourselves. It's all unique to Barbados. It's uniquely Bajan and it showcases the interests of cultures of our island. Many of the island local phrases and sayings come from a mixture of islands. They say Africa heritage and they past European influence. But in Barbados, we have a few popular Barbadian sayings and their meanings. Um, one that I'm gonna start with is as the land you come ashore. Can Rudy, Victor, Petra,
I'll
who else?
translate.
Pardon?
I'll translate. It means
As you land, you come ashore. As
to
you land,
wear
you come ashore.
something as soon as you buy it.
Yes.
Yes.
Wear someday as soon as you buy it.
So
What
Victor
does
says,
it say?
Bimshire, not Bimshire. Whatever.
Shire.
And he says, Wagon on. And
What one? Yes.
Rudy says, you is a Johnny or what?
Oh Lord! Didn't we say to keep it clean?
That's not clean. Okay, next one.
Oh
Next one.
gosh. Are you full? Ain't a belly full?
That means
What do
seeing
you think that
is
one
one
means?
thing, having in your possession is another thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. What about cat luck and dog luck?
That means what one person may get away with may cause problems for another.
True, true, true. So, what's his name again? Rudy. What Victor might get away with, you might not get away with. So keep it clean.
Yeah,
Oh,
go on.
good.
Next one.
Um. There's a famous one that your parents used to tell you, especially around this time when we're going into vacation.
Mm-hmm.
The sea ain't got no back door.
That means the
The
sea is
sea ain't
not
got
that
no back door.
safe a place. Take every precaution necessary.
Mm-hmm. Good. You're doing good, Hillary.
Thank you.
Don't rush the brush and throw away the paint,
I
girl.
know, right? That means don't allow haste or create problems for yourself.
Don't rush the brush and throw away the paint. Take it easy.
Yep, that's
No,
right.
take it easy, as it was
Take it
saying.
easy. Yep.
Okay. Oh, there you go. This one can be interpreted in so many ways. The higher the
Mhm.
monkey climb, the more he show the tail.
That means the more you show off, the more your faults are brought to the open.
Exactly. She's doing good.
Thank
Keep
you.
keep check on our time, yeah? Cause we having fun.
Yeah, go on.
Any from Rudy? Any more from Rudy and
No,
Victor
they
or
stuck in the
Petra?
past with what guy on and you Johnny is a what or whatever, but whatever. Go on.
That's all they have.
That's all they got.
Let me see if I
They're
can
not
put
real
John.
Bajans.
And
Go
they only
on.
got two. Because earlier when I spoke to Phantom Inc., he
Mm-hmm.
said he was coming. Let me just drop a thing. Hey, podcast time.
Okay.
See if we can get him in. Because I know on weekends is when he has his stuff going on.
Okay.
Okay, that was the higher the monkey climb, the more you show your tail.
Okay.
The devil does find work for idle hands to do. Yes, and we definitely need to find stuff for Victor
So
and
people with
Rudy
nothing to do get
to do.
themselves into mischief. Okay. Rudy said, "What
The
book?"
devil find work for what's that?
Rudy said, "What book you get this nonsense from?" You know she studied
What?
them, right? Whatever. I'm not studying anything. I know what I'm talking about. Go on, Teresa. Ignore this
Of
too.
course.
Um,
Eggs ain't got no right at Rockstone dance.
that means you
Eggs
should avoid situations which can be harmful to you.
mm-hmm. Good, good.
Yep.
You're doing well. I like
Thank
it. I
you.
like it. Keep check of our time.
Oh,
How much time you got?
we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
You go, oh. Okay. What else? There's nothing more that Rudy and those lot got for us.
Um, they're harping on my ability, the fact that I actually know what you're saying. They're having a problem with that, but that's okay. Keep
Why?
going, cause they're jealous. It's okay. Keep going.
Oh my goodness. That's not good, Rudy. You should be encouraging. Victor, you as well should
Exactly.
be encouraging.
What? Egg ain't got no right a rockstone dance. That's right, Nicolette.
Egg ain't got no right at
He said.
Rockstone
So
dance. That's
Victor
one of
says,
the.
"Push it where the monkey push he nuts."
Oh
I
Lord.
don't know what that means.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Victor's
think
friend
it's
knows.
very similar to a mild remand of intimidating the behavior of others. I think that's what that's very close to, but we'll get
Mm-hmm.
there. Keep going.
Let me see. I'm trying to pull some stuff up here for them because that's one of the things that we can do to help promote Barbados and having shirts with Bajan sayings and what they mean.
That's what we're doing. We're
That,
doing
that's that's one of the
part of
things
our
as well.
lubricant. So we're still working on our lubricant pass. We're things are when it comes to production and everything like that. We're two small businesses trying to get this thing done, and so right now we're looking at selecting bottles for the lubricant. The lubricant has been tested. Everything is good. We're now to the point where we just got to put them into bottles, and we're trying to find the right bottle that actually represents the brand, and that's where we're dealing with. But when it comes to things like this, we want to realize that it is a Bajan product per se because it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
manufactured in Barbados and sent out to different parts of the world. So we want to make sure we keep
By
the authenticity
two
of that.
Bajan born, by
Mm-hmm.
two Bajan born entrepreneurs,
Yep.
Victor and Rudy, by two Bajan born entrepreneurs,
Women,
or
women, two
women,
women, Bajan born entrepreneurs.
fempreneurs, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, child,
In
I'm
the
hot.
in this particular industry, which is very rare for a black people period to be in. So we're just, it's a longer haul than we expected, but we're getting there. We're going through it and we're going to get there. And it's going to be a success.
Yeah.
Continue, Teresa.
Okay. Let me get my piece here. What about hard ears?
Oh God, that's Victor and Rudy. They don't listen.
What did they say?
Victor
Oh,
and
you're
Rudy,
referring
they don't
to hard
listen. They're
ears.
just
Hard
stubborn.
ears you won't hear, own where you will feel. That's another one.
Yeah, very stubborn. That means like if you do not take heed to the good advice, you will feel the negative
Mm-hmm.
effects of it.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go. Lovely. I think we have to go. We have to go out and
yeah, we
come
got to
back
go
in.
out and come back in. Before we go, we have Rudy over here talking about Piff. Good one, Victor. She put ice in pun gingerbread. Uh,
She put icing on
gone away
gingerbread.
for 2 mornings and twanging. I don't know what that means, but whatever. It's probably not even real Bayesian, but whatever.
Thank
Anyhow,
you.
we'll be right back with a little bit more tea with hot pleasures. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick second to reset, and we'll be right back with hot tea with pleasures. Remember, we're here every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube channel, Hot Tea with Pleasures. Okay, be back.
See you soon.
Oh God.
Cause when life and sugar, they just want to stick. The woman know their pussy and they want to taste it. Sugar boy, don't play with my head. If I can't get you, boy, I don't want no one else. Sugar boy, please understand. Don't ever give my dinner to another woman. Chitanga down low, when I come up so. Cause when life and sugar, they just want to stick. The woman know their pussy and they want to taste it. Sugar boy, don't play with my head. If I can't get you, boy, I don't want no one else. Sugar boy.
Okay, and we're back.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, we're continuing for our Bajan sayings. And I must add, on Monday we had was a bank holiday. I think it was a bank holiday in Canada as well. And we had a hike where we hiked from East Coast to Folkestone Park,
Mm-hmm.
and it was lovely. On the journey there, we get to see a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're one that likes the outdoors and it's, you go hiking whenever you travel to Barbados, the gullies are changing
The
because
gully.
we
See, can you explain
yep,
what a gully is? Because people that don't live
the
in
gully, like
Barbados
how
or
y'all
British
have trails
system,
there, it's somewhat
like
like
a quarry, right?
the nature untouched.
Okay, so like
The trees,
a
yeah, it's like
quarry
a
or a
quarry.
ditch. Yeah. Okay.
So it has in some areas, especially in St. Andrew, because St. Andrew has the clay type soil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the clay absorbs water, and when it gets heavy, it slides. So
But
a
it
lot of
also
the
has the best fruit too because they have like um what do you call it? The grapes. They have sea grapes and they have fat ports. Those are two things that are in that particular area because of the clay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Victor
put the
says
fat for
she can't keep like an old fridge, and Rudy says, "What you crying for after your parents whoop ya?"
is that a saying, Rudy? What you crying
I
for after
guess it's
they
supposed to
whoop
be a
you?
saying, and then skinning them teeth like roast corn. That's what
That's when
Victor
you get a
says.
big joke and you forever laughing. That's all that one is.
Oh, okay.
And
Let's
the other
continue
one,
with the
Victor said
sayings
about
because we
the
had a couple
fridge.
of sayings that you were going through. You had stopped at the one that the devil find in that one. You had find that
Go
one,
on, say it. Read it.
huh?
The devil does find work for
Yeah,
idle hands to
you
do.
finished at that one. That
I
was
stop at
people
that
with
part.
nothing to do get themselves into mischief.
Hmm.
That's
We
Victor and
also
Rudy.
did. We also did. Eggs ain't got no right at Rockstone dance.
Right. You should avoid situations which can be harmful to yourself. Yeah.
Mhm. Good, Victor. Listen up. Every bush is a man.
That means be careful how you talk about people because you never know who might be eavesdropping.
Good, good, good. You're doing good.
I know,
You're
right?
doing good. What is the national dish of Barbados?
Cuckoo and flying fish.
There you go. And not macaroni pies that some people may think.
Girl, I know. And people be like, not only they say macaroni pie, they say mac and cheese. This is not
No,
America.
mac and cheese is what you buy in that blue and orange box, that craft
Not
thing.
only
That's
that,
mac
too, mac and
and
cheese is
cheese.
American. It's not Bayesian, okay?
Exactly. It's not Bajan mac and cheese.
Victor says, rainfall, sunshine, devil and he wife fighting with a cuckoo stick. I know what that means. That
Yeah.
means
Go
it's
on.
either raining or it's raining half off, half on, and sunshine in the middle. And then thirsty ducks make dirty water look crystal clear, meaning that you will find anything in any situation, make it look good, right? Basically.
Look at you, man. You on and popping.
I told you, I got this.
Oh gosh. Okay. Every pig got a Saturday.
Yeah. Everything got a Saturday. I would say everybody will pay his debts at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Mm-hmm.
I think you shut Victor up now.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got nothing
definitely.
else
I
to
shut them
say.
off. Rudy said, "You two have entire week of research."
I had a busy
You
week.
think this is research, Rudy? This is not research. This is facts. Continue, Teresa. Ignore him.
And you know what you can say to Rudy?
What?
You got a plaster for every sore.
That's right. Complaining too much.
Okay. I think they used to say this to Rudy all the time. Hard as you want to hear only you will feel it.
That means if you don't take heed to good advice, you will feel the negative effects of it, Rudy. Okay. So Victor's agreed. He says, "Do for do and no obey." So basically, basically, if you do for others, the same do unto others as you want them to do unto you. That's basically what it means.
There you go. Give Jackie jacket.
That's
for you though.
right. That means give credit where credit is due.
Is that what Rudy and Victor is doing now?
They're trying to, but they tired. Next one. Continue.
Okay. Good looks get into for the shop.
That means like having physical beauty in itself does not offer any particular benefits.
Good looks can carry to the shop.
Yep, that's right.
What about if greedy wait hot with cool?
Your patience in a situation will be rewarded.
Not when you get home from school or work and you're hungry and you just put it in the microwave.
Yep.
Or back then you start to heat the food up and whatever means that you heat it up and then it's too hot and you can't wait to eat it.
Yep. What he said? He said, "Do for do." He said, "Them up there posing like a couple of six, whatever."
Who said
And
that?
then so Nicolette in the a rep or social media
Mm-hmm.
rep said, "What is a saying or slang from your country?" So Rudy says, "Pam, just listen to the nonsense when it coming out with." He said he's just listening to the nonsense we're coming up with. He's just jealous that
But
he
it
doesn't
is
know
true
what
though,
it is
Rudy.
that
You
he's
know
left the
that.
island so long he doesn't remember half of this stuff. And he said, "You can
How
see she's
old?
reading this. It doesn't matter if I'm reading it. I'm reading or I always read every week. Okay, it's a script."
How old were they, both Rudy and Victor, when they left Barbados?
I
Can
don't
they
know,
say?
but I'm gonna say this. Okay, I'm gonna say this. They just hating. Because they thought that I was gonna stump, and now because I'm not stumped, one say I'm reading, and the other one say I'm just I got it from some research for a whole week. So whatever.
Oh
Continue.
Lord. Where is Petra from? Petra is from.
Trinidad, I think Guyana. Guyana.
Are there any sayings in your
Petra, is there
from your
any
island,
sayings in
Petra?
Guyana you want to share that we can learn from? Victor said, pot calling the kettle black. You shouldn't be racist, but whatever. I was 16 when I left, Rudy said. And
$16.
Victor said he was 25. Yeah.
Wow.
They old.
16 when he left. No
I
wonder he
was
don't
I was
remember
I
names.
was 11 years old when I left. Yeah, I was going 11 years old.
And then you returned. You returned before,
When I returned, I was in my teens. I was in my late teens when I returned.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
you returned a second time.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
only been back to in the 40 plus years I've left Barbados. I've only been back to Barbados 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Hmm.
why I don't know everything that's going on, but at the same time, I am very much Bayesian. I'm 100%. Don't laugh. I'm
Or
100% Bayesian.
you're gonna start that conversation again. You know them
You know
already.
what's so funny? I went down to Barbados one time, and the custom officer, he's like, where is your address? Where are you from?" I said, "Barbados." He goes, "No, no, no. Where do you live?" I said, "Barbados." He goes, "No, no, no. Where are you from?" I kept saying Barbados or whatever, and he was just getting annoyed and more and more. He goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "Do you realize that after 2 weeks of being here, when you're supposed to leave, I can deport you?" I said, "You can't deport me. I'm Bayesian. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I was born in this country. This is mine. I'm claiming it. Done."
There you go. Okay. I'm gonna say this to you because after he said that to you, one smart dead at two smart door. What do you think of that one?
So, say more time.
Oh, you reading?
What'd you say?
One smart dead at two. One smart dead at two smart door.
There's always someone ahead
Eh?
of you in the game. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm. That might be the customer officer telling you the conversation between you and the customer officer.
Poor guy. I felt so sorry for him.
Okay.
He was so annoyed. Like, what do you mean you're from Barbados? You're coming on an international flight.
Okay. Monkey see, monkey do. That
That's
that is
right.
an easy one. Monkey see, monkey do.
Is that for me?
What's that one? Yes.
Monkey see,
Monkey.
monkey do. It's like a mild reprimand of intimidated behaviors of other people. So basically, you're copying another person.
Uh-huh. Okay. No name the blame lock up. No shame.
That means like if no names are called, no one can be accused.
Okay. Okay, you're doing good. You're doing
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Um, news don't lack a carrier.
That means there's always someone ready to spread anything on any worthy, especially if it's gossip. So basically, people like the gossip, like
Mm.
Rudy and Victor. So what they were saying in the chat is that Victor says, well, to qualify as a Bayesian, she has to learn how to get around a roundabout.
Oh Lord.
And a jam bust and jam bust. And then Rudy says, Colette, let's go my favorite coffee place in Canada. Let's go
Or
my
Timmy's.
favorite coffee place. Your favorite coffee place in Canada, the favorite ones will have to be Tim Hortons and Tim Hortons. Because
Tim
Starbucks is
Hortons,
so
because
American.
I
A lot
was
of people,
waiting for
a
what else
lot of
you
people
gonna
go for
say.
the Starbucks and whatever, but at the end of the day, like you come to Canada, you
Tim
go to Tim
Hortons.
Hortons. Yep, that's right.
Tim Hortons it is.
That's right. It's facts.
Yep.
Although it's no
Uh,
longer Canadian because, it got sold out and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's still a Canadian company originally.
it
Yeah.
originated, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A bit off script. Maybe let's see if you get this one. Don't take a six. Don't take a six for a nine.
Don't
That
take
is
a
just as
six
good
for a
as six
mine. So basically, don't try
for a
to
nine.
basically, look through rose color glasses, something that is not supposed to, not something that's not is or whatever. So for
Yeah. Yeah.
example, if you see a guy that you think is gorgeous, but you pretending he's gorgeous because you really know he ain't shit. That's what I'm saying.
Took
That's
that one
basically
far.
it.
Okay. Let me see here. Hmm. What sweet and go about this bunny thing? I had to put
What?
that.
That one
What
means a
sweet and
source
go
of
about
great.
this bunny thing?
That means a source of great pleasure can turn out to be a problem later on. So something that you might think is so amazing might turn out to be an issue later on.
Okay.
See, I'm doing really
Wait
great.
till they throw on. Yeah, you're doing good. Don't mind Victor.
Ignoring.
um, wait till they throw on and bubble in it.
Say it one more time.
Wait till you trough put and bubble in it.
That means like mind your own business.
Mm-hmm. In other words, when a Bajan says that to shut your trough or to wait till your trough,
Get out my
pull and bubble it,
conversation. Leave
that
me
means your
alone.
mouth.
Yep.
That means
Victor says the mere fact that she doesn't know what a jam bus is says it all. I do know
but
what a
no,
jam bus means.
jam,
Thank you very much. And how Teresa knows she never left Barbados in her entire life. Teresa has left Barbados in her entire life. What are you talking
what is
about?
he talking about?
And then it's
I
so
left
out.
Barbados.
It's so out like that Bajan she left, who left at 11 and returned 4 times. Teresa is a runway Lucian. What is wrong with these two? Okay,
Who's saying
so
that,
Collect says,
Victor?
okay, Rudy. Timbits are the best. Rudy, the two of wanna going to get cussed out on the 28th of July.
Listen to me, Victor. I left Barbados when I was 19 and went to the UK.
But I met you up in Canada, right? We met up at the mall in
And I
Canada.
came back home, back and forth from St. Lucia, came back home, went to Canada, returned home, back to Canada, returned home, back to England.
You went to Mexico
England
too,
twice,
didn't you? You went to Mexico as well.
then to Mexico. What are you talking about? I never left Barbados.
Don't listen to those two because this other one is saying, Victor is saying, think you're big because you're pee foaming. And then like ras beetles. Whatever. Anyways.
Yes, they usually say that to men, Hillary, to Victor.
I could tell
You
that
think
that
you're big
is
because
men
your
that he's
fist
talking
don't
about
start
because
to
he said
foam.
pee
Yes.
foaming. That is a man thing. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey,
Okay.
listen, when
Here-
you ain't got horse, ride cow. I telling Victor that. When you ain't got horse, ride cow.
He probably don't know what that means, so you might have to break it down.
Oh, tell him what it means. You're 19. Tell him what it means.
Well, you tell him what it means because he probably don't know what the hell is going on, and it better come from you than me. I'm trying
When
to
you
go
ain't
back
got
in
horse,
that
ride
script.
cow. That means use what you have. Use what resources you have that are available.
That's
Or use
right.
what resources are available to you at the time to get things
Okay.
done.
Well, that was
Did we
fun.
do one smart dad at two smart? One smart dad at two smart door.
That means there's
Oh,
always
what's we
someone
can go
ahead
about
of
this
you
bunny?
in the
Oh, we did
game.
that one.
Yep.
Mm, and I think, are you doing a reading tonight?
I can. I can do a reading tonight.
Okay, I'll do one more. I'll do
Mm-hmm.
the last one, and then you can do your reading because we
Sure.
are like 10 minutes before closing.
Okay.
So our last one is you got a plaster for every sore.
That
That's
means
the
you have
last
an
one.
answer for everything.
Yeah, that is correct. So
So I'm just gonna read what these crazy people are putting in the chat. They said, "Case in point, runaway Bajan." Rudy says, "You came back home or you got deported."
no, I came
And
at
then
home.
Victor says, "You act like a Bajan when you can." And Victor says, "P foaming one means you acting grown." Yes, if you're a guy.
Yeah,
Anyways, okay.
women sit, men stand. So y'all stand and look at it all the time and see how hard it can hit the ball. So there.
Pretty much. I So
Go
we
with your
have
reading,
a
my dear.
little time to do a reading, and then after we can talk about. I really want to talk about Barbados, and what we're going to be doing there. I really want to talk about the women's shelter and advocating for them. So I'm going to do a quick reading. Probably reading number 5. Um, yeah, I'll do reading number 5, and then we'll get right into talking about the avocation of domestic violence and how BPW, sorry,
BPW, yeah.
organization and their shelter, us raising funds and how you can take part in helping out and not only advocating for them but also raising some funds and putting towards that shelter, even if it's just $1. Okay, so let me
Mm-hmm.
read Teresa, and then we'll go forward from there. Okay, Teresa,
Fine.
Victor, and Rudy, y'all be quiet. Okay. I took a photo. Blooded walls. Those walls of spattered blood are stains in my brain. I thought, what was wrong with me? The room looked like an aftermath of an angry artist. White sheets turned red and floors their creases filled with liquid pain. The walls decorated with blooded droplets. Awful walls, completely covered, and the ceiling now matched its splattered dots of fisted, punch, kick, blood spattered art of almost death. It was at that moment I realized I had to make the hardest decision in my life. I had to save me so I could live, so I could be a mom. With my lip hanging, my eyes darkened, every part of me hurting, bulges of my face swollen and shut, I picked up my phone and for the first time I told someone I needed help. And I remember this hesitation. I was ashamed and broken. People ask why women stay. After doing my workshops and speaking to numerous survivors, the echo is similar. Shame. Of course, there is the financial, but the shame, it keeps you convinced in your pain. I picked up the phone, thoughts marathon through my mind, because could I trust anyone with me? With my secrets, with my fears, with my vulnerability, with my honesty. It was the most difficult thing I've ever done. I don't remember hearing the voice saying hello on the other line, but I remember the disappointment. However, quickly I heard love, worry, concern, and trust. That person was my godmom, Sylvie, the woman I call mom, hardcore truth teller, no nonsense, and now the one who saved my life. I remember thinking, this is why she was brought into my life. My life. My life. My life. I want to live. I matter. I had no clue that the worst day was the beginning of a better me. Did I stay too long? The smiles of my children's faces told me everything happened the way it was supposed to be. I will no longer torture my mind with regret. They ran over to me, arms stretched wide and smiles to match, carrying dandelions for me. Mom. Yes, Mom. I finally felt like a mom. I remember my journey of inner peace. That feeling I felt when I was, the feeling when they look at the 418 pounds of me free. And that's it.
Lovely.
And that's
Lovely.
it. Yeah.
So
I'm
we
really
have
excited about the book. I really
yeah.
want to, yeah, thank you. I really want to get it out there. And, you know, for many, many years, I was so focused on the, you know, my imagery and how I look and my weight issues, etc. You know, my lived experience as a child and my abuse and everything. And I forgot the one part that keeps me in that in that place of not understanding who I was, and that was my intersectionality of being a black woman. And so I kind of twist that with the abuse as well as being intersectional, and seeing how those two played a part in my growth as a person. And so I
Mhm.
can't wait for that book to come out. It's about self-love, self-worth, and understanding self-loving yourself and taking time out. You know, back in the 19s, the early 90s, there was that lady that came onto the wife swap, and she talked about me time, and everyone was so hard on her. What do you mean me time, and what does that mean? That is so real, and that is something that you should take for yourself. Take a little time out a day to love who you are, appreciate who you are, love yourself, hug yourself, and make yourself feel better, because at the end of the day, if you don't pat yourself on the back, who will? Right? And that's what's missing in a lot of that time.
You know, I was gonna ask you from your readings, what can you share or what can you tell others
Mm-hmm.
to take away from your readings? But then you said it, self-love.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just turned and said it. So
Yeah.
that's good.
For myself, I
Can't
think
wait
another,
to have it on the shelf.
yeah, another thing is that we have to realize, for every person, you have to realize what your love language is. For me, my love language is time. I've lost a lot of people in my life. My mom, you know, my mom died in her early 40s, and my nonna died in her early 50s. And so for myself, you know, time is very, very, very important to me and very special to me. And so I don't waste time, and I don't like my time to be wasted. And so I'm very much an advocacy for time and time management, and realizing and respecting other people's time. And you have to realize what your love language is, and that really does help you to understand yourself and to let others understand what you appreciate about yourself and about them, and how you can incorporate them into your life. So with that saying, and time, we have 6 minutes left. Let's talk a little bit about Barbados. Let me just read a couple of things in the chat here. uh Victor says, case in point, run away, Bajan. Rudy said, you came back home or got your deported, whatever. And then Victor says, you what? Oh, God. You act like a Bajan when you can. P foaming one means you can acting grown. If it hit the bowl. And then Rudy says, somebody please get Teresa some cold water before she passes out. I think he
Why
means
is
you.
Rudy paying so much
I don't
attention?
know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And then
You're zooming in,
Victor's giving
Rudy.
emoji looks of like crying and being sad. I yeah.
Those two entertain each other very well. I'm
They do
glad they have
entertain each other.
company.
I'm looking forward to for both of them to be in Barbados,
Oh my
and
goodness.
hopefully Victor can be on the show. I'm not sure about that, but I know Rudy's definitely going to be on the show. We can't see what he's like live and in color, living color. I think it's going to be funny,
Oh my
hilarious.
goodness. Are
Let's
we,
talk
are,
about Barbados. Let's
yeah,
talk about Barbados.
do we have the time to swap Rudy out? He's
Let's talk
in
about
trouble.
Barbados. Yeah.
Yes, go on.
So,
In Barbados,
mhm.
go on.
What are we going to experience? Because I know we're going to talk about some. Can you tell people what fish cakes are? Because I think fish cakes for different cultures are different things. Because like Portuguese and Italian fish cakes are like crab cakes, right? They're a little bit different. So can you tell people what fish cakes
Yeah,
are?
yeah. If you're on the English side of things, fish cake is they have it like a patty.
Mm-hmm.
It's circle and flat like a patty. That's what they call fish cake.
Yeah.
But it's basically made the same way. A Bajan fish cake is salt fish that is seasoned and not just seasoned. I mean, not talking about packet seasons like white pepper, black pepper, paprika, and that
And
kind of
what they
stuff.
call saltfish is codfish, right?
Yes, it's called fish.
Okay.
Fish that has been preserved the old-fashioned way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day when you had the refrigerator and stuff like that, they used to rub salt and stuff on the fish to keep it so that it won't smell and basically to preserve it.
Yeah.
Fish, that's what we call saltfish. I have some here, but mine is already clean, seasoned in the fridge.
I can
So
make
the saltfish
really good saltfish fish cakes. I can make
fish cake.
really. Victor says
You go.
codfish flitters, but I can make fish cakes. I'm really good at making fish cakes.
Okay, well, while you're here on vacation,
I will
you
not be
can
making fish
fish
cakes.
cakes. You're gonna eat Jordan's
I'm
fish
coming
cakes.
listen, I'm coming there to have fun and to enjoy it. I also gonna, order my mom and everything, but I am coming to have a good time and enjoy Barbados and the culture. A lot of my culture I have not been able to enjoy, and I really want to embrace and enjoy that. So I ain't cooking.
Okay, so the fish
But
cake
Teresa's gonna
is
make us dinner.
okay. That's a drop. Moving on. So what else do you want to know? That's the fish cake.
Rudy says, I don't care who's cooking as long as I get food. Amen. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we inviting ourselves. Let your mom know we coming over. We all invited ourselves to your house.
Okay,
Wednesday night. We're all gonna be there.
When are we doing podcast Wednesday night? When you come
Actually,
over?
no, the Friday is the Friday is the podcast. We're doing Friday and Friday, but we're going to fish fry in Oistins.
Oystins.
Yeah,
Every
Oistins,
Friday night.
sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so we're
Okay.
gonna do that after. But we're very much available for food.
Oystins.
Yeah, we're available for food anytime. Just let us know, and we will be there. Might get a sweat rice. What's a
What?
What? What's a sweat rice? Might get a
Wait.
sweat rice.
Wait, who's saying this?
Victor says might
Okay.
get a sweat rice.
Don't
What's a
even
sweat
bother.
rice?
That's Victor.
What's a sweat rice?
One, he's either talking because how I was sweating earlier,
Uh-huh.
or two, he's talking about something else. If he's talking about something else, that's Victor.
Okay, I'll ask
Victor's
you.
just being Victor.
Okay, we have 1 more minute left on the show. Teresa, anything going on for you in Barbados?
In terms of my products, I sent some products out to get tested. I'm awaiting the approval of them. Also coming up for Father's Day, we have stuff going on at the studio where the dads are going to be pampered from footsie therapy, handsy
Nice.
and full body massage. So
if you can you tell them your
contact with
contact
me
information? Can you tell them your
Yes.
contact information for the Father's Day gifts?
You can contact me at Risa __. That's Risa RESA__NICOLE. That's on Instagram.
Your phone number?
You can drop an email as well, the same number, info.risanicole, one word, @gmail.com. or my contact number is 823-7547. That's 823-7547.
So,
Risa underscore Nicole.
yeah,
on Instagram.
Rudy said, Teresa, I want breadfruit cuckoo. And then he said, good one, Victor, sweat rice. Ha ha ha. I'm not sure what that's about. And Stephanie said, good night.
Good night, Stephanie.
Anyways, you guys heard it for here.
Good.
You know, Teresa's doing the Father's Day weekend. She has different specials going on too. So check out her contact information. It will be on YouTube. You can go on there and check out the links there, as well as the phone number. You can hook something up and give a father a special birthday gift. And
Nicolette can also drop it in the chat for us, and they can grab it from there.
Exactly. And then the Risa Nicole products are available at Risa Nicole. Go to Instagram, where you can see all the different demonstration as well as what each product does. So with that, we are going to say goodbye. We're not going to be live next week because it is Father's Day weekend. We will be pre-recorded, so we will say adieu until the next live broadcast.
When is Father's Day there?
Father's Day is next weekend. Next weekend is Father's Day weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm thinking Father's Day.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. The following weekend.
Yes.
So next weekend we'll be live. Sorry. Next weekend we will be live. And then the following weekend on the 17th, we will not be live on the 17th. We will honor the fathers on that weekend with a pre-recording. And Teresa has her special on from now until the 17th. You can hook up your father with a good the massage or product from Risa Nicole. Check her out on Instagram, and check us out on YouTube at Hot Tea with Pleasures, as well as Instagram Hot Tea with Pleasures, h.pleasures on with oh gosh. On Twitter, at Twitter. And then drop us a line and let us know if there's any show that you want us to do, and we're willing to do it. We are still looking for a platform, so if you want to give us some advice as to which platform we should use, drop us a line at hotteawithpleasures@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Teresa, it's always a great pleasure seeing you. I will see you next Saturday live on YouTube on our channel, Hot Tea with Pleasures. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took a red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel?